Longview City Council announced a new executive director of the Longview Animal Care and Adoption Center. Jenna George, who started as a volunteer not long after the center opened in 2016, has moved into multiple positions before now, most recently being the office manager. While her title has changed, she hopes to continue the center's goal of a better world for pets.
The goal for the center is to continue providing better care, better enrichment, and more education. To take on a role like this as the opportunity to really push forward to enact change that is needed, not just in our community, but hopefully to inspire communities around us.
Along with George being recognized, Mayor Ishihara proclaimed December 12th to celebrate Shelter Pets Day in Longview. Also tonight at Longview City Council, a donation of $65,000 accepted from Longview Paws. This donation went towards funding the Spay It Forward, a program to help low-income families get assistance in spaying and neutering their pets. Since 2021, 2,700 vouchers have been given to Gregg County families.